What's up, y'all? I'm Joji Games Improing, and today I got a special guest with me, and his name is
YoyoMann.
All right. So now we're. This is my third part, the third part of my Crash Bandicoot Let's Play, and we're now in Heavy Machinery, which is one of my favorite levels because it has one of my favorite songs.
Yeah, really good song.
Yeah, shoutouts to Josh Mansell, great composer. Alright, here we go. Just gotta be careful with those burning pipes. I mean, for some reason, the red hot pipes can hurt you, but the ice cold pipes cannot.
Well, yeah, I mean, imagine if you're in your shoes and you go outside and step on something really hot. Like, I mean, you're gonna...
Well,
like, it would hurt, even if it's just a little bit. But
yeah, I
the
guess.
ice cold, but the ice cold, you wouldn't feel it.
Depends on how cold it is. I mean, maybe if it's really cold, you might stick to whatever that's extremely cold.
I wouldn't think so. You'd have to...
Mm-hmm.
Like your tongue will stick to it because your tongue has, you know, water on it.
Mm-hmm. Well, more
And
like
water.
saliva.
Yeah, and well, saliva is like 99% water. You know that, right?
Yeah. But still, it's not as effective as pure water.
It can still freeze.
Yeah. Alright, well, we all know that Heavy Machinery has a very bad checkpoint system because there's one that's like halfway through the level and the other one that's like 2 steps further. It's like one of those levels that have one of the worst checkpoint systems probably in gaming history.
But it's a really easy level, so
Yeah, if you know what you're doing.
I beat it on the first time without really trying.
Yeah.
I think I died like 2 times maybe.
Okay. I'm really surprised the hitboxes on the red hot pipes aren't really that big, because usually everything that tries to kill you has a huge hitbox.
So, I was telling you earlier there was something I wanted to tell you about ukulele that was going to disappoint you.
Yeah.
Well, JonTron, you know JonTron.
Yeah.
He's a big fan of Banjo-Kazooie. It's his favorite game ever.
Mm-hmm.
And Playtonic was using his channel to promote their game, and he was very okay with it. And so they asked him to voice a character in the game,
Mm-hmm.
and he agreed because, you know, to voice a character for his favorite developers, you know, that was like a childhood dream for him.
Yeah.
And then in between the time that he was recording for the game, he got into a debate with a streamer online who has very strange opinions on today's society.
Alright.
So JonTron basically told him the facts about, you know, what's going on in the world today. Because this guy that he was talking to, that he was debating with, said basically that the United States has no culture or history. Which is already, like, kind of stupid. So already at that point I knew that he was talking a bunch of bull.
Mm-hmm.
And JonTron basically just told him for an hour and a half that he was wrong. And that he was, you know, just spurting out random stuff, just trying to get attention. And because of that debate, Playtonic fired JonTron.
Wow. That is really, really low.
They said that what he said was controversial, and they don't want someone like that voicing someone in their game.
That's kind of awkward. I mean, at one point it makes sense, but for another point, that's kind of ridiculous.
It doesn't make sense at all to me because JonTron was really like standing up. Because the people like that say, that all white people are terrible and racist and stuff like that. Those are like the people that are actually making society like a terrible place. And JonTron was just wrecking this person with facts. And Platonic doesn't want someone like that. Someone that's going to stand up.
So basically, you don't have the right to defend yourself as a white guy.
Basically, but it's weird because like when you think of Rare or Platonic now, you think like these guys that are really like, fun people. So but they were completely okay with the guy that was saying that America has no history, and the guy that said that communism was just an economy thing, even though it had nothing to do with economy. He didn't know what he was talking about. He was, don't know what it's called, but it's like this thing that, when you're losing an argument, you basically just start spouting out random stuff just because you want to win, not because you actually want to prove a point.
Yeah. You told me you told me about some kind of experiences that happened to you like that.
And there's a term for it, but I forgot.
Yeah, it's really hard.
And after we recorded the part 1, there was something I wanted to tell you during part 1, but I didn't remember until afterwards, which was that John Hurt died, and you didn't believe me until you searched it up.
Yeah, that's really sad because John Hurt is like one of the greatest actors of all time, and I never heard about his death until you told me about it. I mean, I heard about Bill Paxton's death, but I never heard of John Hurt's death.
I wouldn't have found out about it if it weren't for this one random video. But, my gosh, I didn't even believe it either. Like, I was just staring at the Wikipedia page for like 10 minutes, just in disbelief.
Yeah, I mean, rest in peace, John Hurt. He will be missed.
Yep. Let's talk about something happier. You got anything you want to talk about?
Other than than the level I'm in, I mean, I don't know what it's called, but
something interesting.
Oh, there's nothing interesting about any of the Crash levels?
Well, everyone already knows like about the Crash levels.
I guess.
People don't click on commentaries to hear you talk about what's in the level. If they wanted to know, they could just search up.
Yeah. But actually, yeah, there's something I wanted to say. Before we started recording this commentary, I was working on my remix I told you about it on my first part, I think. And yeah, what's also weird is that, well, it's not really weird, but something that made this the pre-production for this commentary a little difficult is that, usually I just set up one mic to record my guitar amp, and this time I use 2 mics, and I only have 2 XLR cables, so I had to make sure that I don't, damage anything, and when I was moving around my one of my cables so that I can plug in my commentary microphone. And yeah, what I'm really happy about, I'm really happy with the results of my new heavy metal tone I recorded with my 2 mics. Because, usually I just record 1 mic and it's just like some kind of bright tone, but then I used 2 mics and one of them has this bright tone. Oh crap. Like, one of them has this bright tone, the other one has this darker tone, and you combine them together. It's like this Fredman technique. I'm sure you don't know what I'm talking about, but it's something to get this really heavy tone. And that's really good and really recommended for heavy metal stuff, because I myself am mostly a metalhead, or metal player, metal musician. But I still, I didn't jump in time, but I still do enjoy or appreciate some other genres, because if you want to be a composer, you have to appreciate all kinds of genres. I mean, is it kind of the same thing when you're a designer? You have to appreciate all kinds of styles.
Well, yeah, obviously. But unlike you, like when I showed you that Undertale video earlier, like I sent it to you because it was funny, and I thought, you know, let's just have a laugh and watch a video. And then the immediate thing you send me is, oh wow, the voice acting sucks. Oh my gosh, dude.
Yeah, well, I knew that it was bad on purpose because for for comedic purposes.
But it's not bad. It's good because it's funny.
Yeah, but the thing is, so bad it's good. That's what I meant.
No, that's not a so bad it's good. That's a funny. Because it's like it's hard to explain, but like it amazes me how you didn't understand.
Well, it's because it's not my thing. You know, it happens a lot in stuff like, have you ever heard of that movie, Team America: World Police?
Nope.
Okay, well, it's a movie where there's a lot of stuff like, male voice actors, or just Trey Parker himself voices like a couple of female characters, and that to me is just really, just a miscast and something that shouldn't be like in movies because it's not funny at all. I mean, for other people, yes, it is really funny, but for me, it's not my thing. I'm not saying it should be illegal, I'm just saying it's not funny for me.
Have you heard of the new movie coming out called Boss Baby?
Nope.
It's a 3D animated film about a world just like filled with babies, but there's this one baby who's a boss, and it's a baby, if you didn't get that from me saying baby 6 times. The baby is voiced by a fully grown man, because it is funny and people like it.
Well, might not be very funny for me because that's not my kind of comedy.
But like if you for me, when I see like these like really badly drawn images for that are used for memes and stuff, like I don't look at those and say, oh wow, the art sucks, it's not even funny. Like I think it's generally funny because, it's done on purpose.
Well, yeah, well,
it's just the effort that people put in to do stuff like that.
Well, yeah, but that's the thing. I mean, it's not really my style. It's like, silent protagonists. I mean, they're not my style of characters, but of course there are some rare exceptions. Because I'm not one of the most gamers that do understand silent protagonists. I'm one of those people who don't really understand them. Like, if you take someone like you understand silent protagonists, but for the most part, I don't, so it's really hard for me to get into the silent protagonist. So that's the same thing with, voices that don't fit the character at all, but they're done on purpose to make you laugh. So I'm just saying it's not illegal. I'm just saying it's not my style. So,
but I don't think you should complain about it though.
Well,
because you do complain about it every time, and you know you do too.
Well, I can talk about it in a constructive criticism type of way, but in a negative way, yeah, I can't do that. Okay, so now we're at Pinstripe. Oh crap, I messed up what I was supposed to do. Okay.
Nice job.
Right. It's a pretty easy boss when you know how to do it. I mean, I found out about a speedrunning trick, like when you do your spin attack and then you attack him, and then after he's done spinning around and does his thing, I don't know how you call that, you kick him again or just spin again.
Oh, you're doing what I did in the video?
Well, I don't think I remember seeing you doing this, but it's like...
Well, you just said that you were doing this thing that I did.
Well, I don't remember if you did it, but I talked about a speedrunning trick.
And then you said that I did it.
I don't I don't know, maybe I did, but I don't remember. Well, yeah, that was Pinstripe, and that's pretty much all I got for today. So, yeah, anyways, thank you for watching, guys. Do you have anything to say, YoyoMann, before I end this video?
Not really. I mean, I don't know when this is gonna go up, so really, I mean, part 1 isn't even out yet, so it's neat.
Yeah, I just want to record everything before I upload everything, just to give YoyoMann some time to finish his Super Mario 64 Let's Play. So, yeah, anyways, subscribe, like, comment, give us feedback, support us if you can, you know, share this video, spread the word. We want an audience to please. Isn't that right?
That is right.
Yeah, definitely. Alright, so yeah, I'll see you in the next part of this series.